Today's horoscope, Libra September 18th, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Today's lunar eclipse is the first signal that eclipses are beginning to transition out of your sign axis. This one starts a new set that can pull up discontent and dissatisfaction, but it's also good for motivating you to improve. Work, health, and routines or habits are now in focus. There can be a bit of a scramble to get your life into better working order, and the benefits of doing so are significant. In truth, you'll be balancing work, rest, and emotional health and physical health in the next couple of years, and realizations occurring now can spur this process along. Aim to give special consideration to what's healthy for you mentally and physically. Consider, too, that some things are downplayed or hidden in order to magnify another part of your life, and it's better to observe and take in before making impactful decisions. While this exaggeration serves a purpose, it's hard to be objective around an eclipse. Our cosmic messenger, Mercury, is heading downhill into a car crash. It's as if his brakes have broken, and he's spinning down the streets faster and faster with only devastation ahead. This energy will be activated both today and tomorrow, ensuring that extreme anxiety, bad news, or leaked secrets could pop up out of nowhere. This is because he will spin in the depths of your solar house, crashing against the unstoppable force and immovable object of mighty and cold Saturn. If you end up feeling depressed and defeated, take some time for some TLC. Your work life could drastically change throughout this week. The full moon partial lunar eclipse in Pisces will evoke unpredictable yet fateful changes 3 days before and after today. It would be best if you took note of what happens at work during this time. The eclipse portal will challenge you to consider your habits, routine, work environment, and job position. Since this is the end of a cycle, something unusual may happen. Do not fret. The eclipse will remove whatever is no longer serving your highest good in your work life. Wonderful transits are occurring these days to allow for personal growth. Emotional material that has been ignored or repressed may come up. To manage this kind of awakening, it is important to stay physically active so that mental energy does not dominate you. Committing to some kind of aerobic exercise at least 3 times a week will help you immeasurably. Drinking a whole lot of water will also help you flush out those toxins both physically and symbolically. Today, you will have to choose a new and original path that is off the beaten track. Your desire for independence and need for liberty are becoming pathological, and this will push you to refuse making any professional or sentimental commitments. This behavior should isolate you and lead you to having a certain amount of solitude. However, you shouldn't be worried about all this because the current vibrations are finally speaking of success, and this should give you some vigor. It's only a question of being patient now. As she enters her final days in Libra and continues to separate from a favorable aspect with Jupiter in an adventurous part of your chart, Venus is beginning to encounter some resistance from planets influencing your relationships. In these last days of the planet of love's mission to update your personal, romantic, and relationship desires and expectations for the upcoming solar that begins in 6 days, this process remains crucial. With ongoing support from planetary influences on both romantic and relationship fronts throughout the coming year, this period is helping you clarify what you seek from love, relationships, and life overall. The moon may have left your romantic sector yesterday, but it was here as a friendly aspect between Venus, the planet of love, and Libra, and Jupiter in an adventurous part of your chart was just starting to separate. While today Venus' focus is more on your relationships and with it an opportunity for healing, this has brought the spirit of romance and adventure together in a way that is going to linger. Daily Planetary Overview. As you move through your day, take a moment to appreciate how naturally and effortlessly you're connecting with others. There's a beautiful, genuine energy surrounding you right now, and it's making conversations flow with ease. Have you ever had one of those chats where, by the end, you walk away feeling refreshed, energized, and like you've gained something truly meaningful from the exchange? That's exactly the kind of vibe you're working with today. But these aren't just casual conversations, they carry a deeper purpose. These discussions are helping you explore new ideas, develop fresh strategies, and even open doors to opportunities you might not have anticipated. Is there something you've been dreaming of but haven't had the chance to pursue fully? Maybe it's a new project at work, a creative hobby, or even a personal goal that's been on your mind. Whatever it is, today's energy is supporting you in turning those dreams into reality. Don't hesitate, this is your moment to go after what you love. What's one thing you've been itching to start, but haven't had the time or space for? Share it in the comments, and let's cheer each other on as we all take steps toward our passions. As you go through your day, you'll notice that your interactions with colleagues, friends, and loved ones are filled with warmth and kindness. There's a real sense of support in the air, and you'll feel it strongly today. Have you ever experienced the deep fulfillment that comes from knowing your care and compassion have a positive impact on those around you? That's the energy you're carrying today. When you show up for others with an open heart, they feel €1 and they'll be there to show up for you in return. It's the beautiful balance of give and take, a reminder that when we care for others, we create a circle of support that comes back to us when we need it most. You might find yourself at a bit of a crossroads, especially if you're juggling multiple projects or ideas. It's totally normal to feel a little overwhelmed by all the possibilities ahead of you, but here's the good news, you don't have to rush. Take a step back, breathe, and give yourself the space to weigh your options carefully. Ask yourself, what's truly calling to me right now? What would bring me the most fulfillment and joy? Have you ever noticed that when you give yourself the time to reflect, the right choice often becomes clear? By giving yourself a moment to pause and think, you're setting yourself up for long-term success. Trust that the answers will come when you allow yourself the space to listen. Speaking of reflection, have you noticed that when you share what you've learned, it not only helps others but deepens your own understanding? That's one of the magical aspects of communication during this To Me It's not just about you, it's about everyone around you benefiting from your experiences and insights. So, take this opportunity to connect, teach, and share your wisdom. You might be surprised by how much more you'll discover in the process. Have you ever had that aha moment while explaining something to someone else, realizing that you've gained a whole new perspective? That's the kind of energy you're working with today, so lean into it. As you move through your day, one of the most beautiful aspects of today's energy is how it encourages you to balance your own desires with the needs of others. It's a day to approach your interactions with an open heart and an understanding mindset. Have you ever been around someone who makes everything feel calm and comfortable, no matter the situation? That's the kind of energy you're radiating right now, and it's contagious. You have this incredible ability to make others feel at ease, even when they're dealing with stress or tension. But remember, as much as your empathy is a gift, it's also important to be mindful of your limits. Have you ever found yourself giving so much that you ended up feeling drained? Today's energy is all about finding that sweet spot where you can be generous and compassionate while also practicing self-care. It's wonderful to support others, but don't forget to take care of yourself, too. After all, you can't pour from an empty cup. So, as you navigate this day filled with connection, creativity, and kindness, take a moment to appreciate the beautiful balance that's unfolding around you. Whether you're diving into a passion project, having meaningful conversations, or simply sharing your energy with the people around you, know that you're making a difference. How do you plan to embrace this energy today? Share your thoughts and experiences below, and let's inspire each other to make the most of this magical moment.